Hello, good morning. Welcome you to today's webinar about chy.stat and news in the chy.stat. I can see that there are just two of us, so I will allow you to talk. So hello Emmanuel and hello Giovanni. So if you would like to talk with me, you are able.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Hello, Giovanni.
Hello.
Hello.
Ciao, Manuel.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Morning. So have a nice Christmas time, because it's the 1st of December. As you can see, I have the Advent ring, or what is it? So the first candle is burned.
Candle in the wind.
Okay. Yeah. In our mountains, it's already snow, or starting snow. So
yeah,
but in the mountains.
Okay.
Good. So we can start. I prepared agenda for this meeting. As you can see, I divided this meeting into four main parts. It's scrap, Ordo, capability, and general. So in the scrap, I will speak about changing the order of bar and Pareto graphs in reports, and the set of the range of visible columns in bars and Pareto charts. In Ordo, there's a new thing, and that's the open the search order in the overview. In the capability, there is new graphic called overview. I will show you. And there are some new things in general. That's mean graphics with the detail. That's mean possibility to choose from several groups of graphics at once. I will show you in capability. After that, report. Newly, we have docking of the header. The second new thing in report is ability to display all lines at once. Another new thing is about graphics or the visualization of curves. We are now able to support 3 or more epsilon axes. And the last is edit a link to release notes in the about page. So you can reach the new news which our development made, because they have their websites about new things. But of course, I will do these webinars for you to show you the new things. So the first one is the scrap module. The first thing is the order of bar and Pareto graphs in reports. This is just the print screen from scrap, but I will show it to you in chy.stat. So there is the demo of the chy.stat. I'm going to system settings, or maybe at first I will show you what it's about. In the scrap module there, you have the Pareto bars. That's, for example, Pareto bar of scrap rate of each part. The part is, in this case, beer, or this graph is scrap rate from the work cycles. And if you would like, for example, these bar to change between each other, for example, on the first place, you would like to have this Pareto graph of scrap rates and its errors, because this is the reason of the scrap. You can change it in the system settings. That's mean in the scrap, in the overview settings there. And at first you can you have to find the detail you want. In this case, we would like to have detail, not 100% FPY, but detail. And there I'm able to change the settings. At first, I can just click and drop and make different order of the graphs. So the first one will be defect types, the second one will be product, or maybe cost units. I can have the second place will be cost units. And if I will save it, this will show you. You can see the first one is defect types. The second one, cost units. So this is the work cycles. And the last one is product, in this case, beer. Another thing what I'm able to do is possibility to have or to set a number of columns. For example, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I would like to see just the main two, I just set it to 2, make a save, refresh. And now you can see the first Pareto graph. On the first view, I'm able to see just the first two errors. But I can click here on the line and move to the right to see more than just two. Yeah. Or to zoom it, because this is the zooming function. But if I refresh it, still the first two should or I'm able to click and set if I would like to show this graphic. For example, the cost unit, I don't care about cost unit, so save it. And on the right side, there are just two graphics. Okay, so this is some settings with the graphics in the scrap module. It's a new thing. Another, we will move to Ordo module. There is a new function, and if you would like to search some order, before there was just the OK button, and it opened just the metadata of the order. But now you can click on the order detail, and you can move directly to the data of the order, or each data of the order. So maybe sometimes could be quicker if you would like to see the data. So if I will search some order, if I know the number of the order, before, if I click on OK, this is just the metadata of the order, but there was the order of the detail. But now this button is already there, so I can click it, and now I'm in the detail of the order, so I'm able to see data quicker than before, without another click in the metadata. So this is the new button. So this is quite easy function. Another is in capability module, and this it's configurable graphic called overview. If you know capability, there was a table with the characteristics and each evaluation. So and this graphic was developed newly from our development. So now we are able to change the columns and we can also use it as a master and detail. So I will show you. But first, I will move to the graphics in the settings and show you how you can change this graphic. Or maybe I will show at first how does it look like in capability. For example, there. It's this graphic. So the graphic where you can see the characteristics, its statistical evaluation, and of course CP, CPK, and overall qualification. And this table you can change in the graphic in settings. There is the graphics, and there is the graphic called characteristic overview, or there, yeah, characteristic overview. You can make a new one, or you can change the actual one. I can click on it, and there you can see each column. And inside, of course, you can use value of the key, is the old thing. But the new thing is that you can use computed property. And if you choose computed property, and for example, there you can name it as a CP, and you can set the property type, and there you have some range of properties which we are able to, in this time, we are able to offer you. But next year, because these properties are computed in the MKIS engine, but from in the next year, our development preparing our own evaluation core, and there will be these properties evaluated or computed by our evaluation core. So we will be not longer we don't have to use MKIS in the future. That's the aim. Okay, so, and for example, you can click on it, drag and down, and change the orders of the column. So I've changed CPK target. So at first there will be CP target or CPK target. Let's refresh it. Yeah, target, and after that CP. But what is also new is that this graphic could be a master. And if you know what is the master, I will maybe show you in the settings. There is the overview. And if you would like to have a master and detail graphics, you have to set it. So at first, you have to choose the graphic with detail here in the graphics. And after that, you can say that the main or the master graphic can be the overview. So this graphic, and if I click on some characteristics, the next graphic will show. So the next graphic will detail graphic, and it will use Garfield 2002 for filtering a detail of the value chart. So now if I click on the air pressure, down the value chart showed. So now it's very good, I think, tool in the capability module that now we are able to have the table of the evaluated characteristic and of course show it above. Or I can click on the Ctrl on my keyboard and click on the another characteristic. So another characteristic showed, so I'm able to compare it. So, but okay, maybe there. But in the capability module, you can, of course, choose more than one production unit. So if I click on the Ctrl on my keyboard and select this layer, for example, now I have two tables, but I can combine these two tables into the detail graphics. So if I click on air pressure, both air pressures can I can visualize on the value chart. So now it's very good to combine these two tables and show in one value chart the two same characteristics, but separate by the two different production unit, because the one is for ale maïskara, which is one part, and the orange one is Lager Maibera, which is the second part. So I can compare air pressure in these two different parts. Okay. Is it clear, this graphic?
Yes, very clear, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so move on. Now we are in general. So this will be, the first one is graphic with detail, possibility to choose from several groups of graphics at once. And that was this one in the capability. That means that you can choose from here and from here, and both will show in the detail graphic. Or, for example, this air pressure or this local minimum force, but still I'm filtering this by key 2002, and this 2002 is the same for the same for both production units. But if I will, for example, choose this L my from butter crowning and this L my from butter test, and there is the air pressure in the butter crowning, but in the butter test there is a butter diameter, let's say. Still, I'm holding Ctrl, so I can choose the one characteristic from different work cycle, second characteristic for different work cycle, and above I can see two graphics in the detail with the value chart. So this is the thing which is called possibility to choose from several groups of graphic at once. Another is report, and our header is docked. So this header you will see always. I will show you in Ordo. So now I have about, I don't know, 20, 30 characteristics. Okay, it's loading. It loads, but okay, it's loading parallel coordinates plot. So wait, just make this. Okay, now there is the protocol with about 30 characteristics, and now this let's say header will stay. So if I choose my scroll down on my mouse, so this is stable, so it's docked. So now maybe I hope it's more intuitive, like in Excel. Maybe it's better. And with that, it's in hand is this rows per page, and we are able to display all lines at once, because before on this graphic was just maximum was 100, but now our development just add to all possibilities. So if I click, every characteristic will show in this report. So there will be no pages, but everything in one. Okay. Graphic for curves. There you can see the curves from die casting, on pressure die casting, and there are three different epsilon axes: the position, which is the blue one, the pressure, orange one, and speed, the last one there. And every and in new graphics in version 2.21, we are able to visualize these three axes, or more than three. So you can imagine that there will be more and more. And if they all have the same x-axis, in this case time, it's able to visualize them. And this is something which we are using for die casting, because these are casting curves. And yeah, that's all. And maybe what will be also new, and I hope that there will be the possibility to make ratio of each epsilon axis. So that means if pressure and position should be in some ratio or in some position, we should set it, because now, if I will show you, but this partner server has 20 version, so doesn't matter, because now you can see the curves, but on the left side there is the epsilon axis, which was before, because this is the old version. But what I wanted to say is that this ratio we should set in the settings, because now if I refresh it, it's there is no ratio between each epsilon axis, and our customer, for example, said that this could be one start in 0, and this pressure should be in some position of speed and of position. So they would like to look at these curves every time in the same ratio. So this will be in the new version. I hope that we could say which ratio between each epsilon axis will be. Okay, and the last one is information about the release notes, which our development make. But in your case, or maybe we can try it, but I think these release notes are just in Czech. But you will see. There is the about application in every chy.stat. There is the about application information. If I click on it, there the new thing is changelog for this version 2.9.21. If I click on it, oh, that's in English, so it's good. Our development is also in English, so good for you. And there it's just the number of the version and information about new thing in general, capability, Ordo, scrap, and so on. So whole history of each version and each new thing which was made in separate section of the chy.stat. And this webinar, for example, I make it like that I'm choose some of the new things which should be presented, and I'm making these webinars and sending you, and I'm able to send you the presentation, this presentation about the new things in chy.stat. But you can also click on this changelog, and you will able to see these release notes if you would like to see what's happening in the new versions. Good. I have a question from Venkat. Maybe I will give you talk, so you can talk, Venkat, if you want.
One second. Hi, Jan.
Hi.
Yeah. I was just curious, the curves you showed, you can change what you are showing on each axis, or is it all fixed?
In the here, you mean this?
No, like the die casting curve you showed.
Yeah, this is the die casting. Yeah. And
like here you have on the x-axis. What is the x-axis here?
This is the time.
Right? Yes,
on
yes.
The right side is pressure, and there on the left side,
is position. Yeah, that I understand.
Position and,
can you show,
and speed.
Like, can you change what can the user change what is shown on x-axis?
In this case, not.
For example, can you see in this like speed versus position instead of speed versus time?
I think we can do it, But now our customer want to see it
This way? Okay.
Axis time, but I think
you raised die casting as an example. I know that one of the standard ways of looking at the die casting short curve is speed or pressure versus time versus position of the injection cylinder, actually.
Mhm. But I think we can change it.
Yeah. Just wanted to check that. That's all. I mean, it will be like if you're showcasing this, you might keep a version of where you show position on the x-axis also, because that such customers will like to see that also, I think.
Mhm. But I think it's no problem for us. But
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And as I said, it's another thing will be the ratio between epsilon axis, because our customer want to see it in I think every time in some ratio between each curves. I think something like that. So this should be also a new version, because he would like to check just this range of the process to say if speed and pressure and position was in some box, let's say, and through that he can make the alarms on the curves. So we will also help him with the alarms, because the machine, the die casting machine, cannot recognize that the curve is wrong. Okay. Have you got another questions about these new things which you saw?
No.
No. So I will share with you the presentation just for you to have it. And if you want, also I can share the video if you want.
Okay.
Or the recording if you want. I will send you an email with that. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so have a nice day.
You too.
And I think we will have a meeting,
and data there.
another
I
meeting
see some data
about business.
everywhere. Have you
Business
seen,
things.
man? Have you seen solution on your
Over
screen?
December.
We are here to make it run. We are here to have some fun. We are here to work real
Okay.
hard.
So bye.
We are
Have a nice
here
day.
to
Okay.
make
Have a
You
nice
too.
day.
Bye.
smart.
Ciao.
Bye.
Deary bet, we are deary bet. Deary bet, we are deary bet. Deary bet, we are deary bet. We are deary bet.